Hi, this is Puzzle, and with the release of the Silent Hill 2 remake, I wanted to do an in-depth breakdown of Pyramihead from the town of Silent Hill. He embodies horror, violence, and something deep hidden within the human soul. In many rankings, Pyramihead is called one of the most, if not the most, striking and memorable representations of horror in video games throughout history. I will try to figure out what this creature is, where it came from, and what its goals are. By the way, in the remake, there's also a costume for James made out of boxes and trash, which is a cheap copy of Pyramihead, so in a way, you can even play as him in the remake. But today, we'll talk specifically about the history of this character and his secrets. Pyramihead first appeared in the second installment of Silent Hill. The hallmarks of this nightmarish monster are his huge, unique helmet and an even larger weapon, a butcher's knife or a spear. Pyramihead doesn't say a word, only breathing heavily, somewhat reminiscent of Darth Vader. According to most players, this creature is something like an executioner who, surprisingly, doesn't just execute people, but also other hellish creatures inhabiting Silent Hill. In the second part, where he first appeared, he relentlessly pursues the protagonist, James Sunderland. There are still debates online about whether Pyramihead is truly James' enemy or not. At first glance, it seems like he's trying to kill James, but if you dive into the essence of the game, things become much more complex and interesting. James Sunderland loved his wife Mary dearly, but one day she fell seriously ill. The illness was untreatable and Mary was confined to a hospital bed. In the end, James smothered his wife with a pillow, but the emotional and physical pain James felt was so intense that he refused to accept his guilt. He convinced himself that his beloved wife died from the illness. A few years later, he received a letter from Silent Hill, written in his deceased wife's handwriting. Upon arriving there, he encountered the various horrors of the foggy town, including Pyramihead, who, as many believe, is the embodiment of James' dark side, largely representing his guilt over killing his wife, as well as his subconscious desire to be punished for it. When you take a closer look, it starts to seem that Pyramihead doesn't actually wish for James' death. He doesn't pursue him with the goal of killing him, but rather tries to force James to come to terms with and accept what he has done. This is confirmed throughout the game as the monster constantly lets James escape or retreats himself. At the end of the game, two pyramid heads appear at once, and after James admits to himself that he murdered his wife, both monsters commit suicide, leaving James alone. Many believe that Pyramihead is a part of James Sunderland. James himself is weak, scared, almost helpless. On the other hand, Pyramihead is the embodiment of strength, power, fearlessness, and relentlessness. James subconsciously feels guilt for killing his wife, but he doesn't fully realize this guilt, and the infernal essence of Silent Hill combined with James's emotions gave birth to Pyramihead. However, this creature is not the only one born from guilt. There is also Maria, another physical entity created by Silent Hill, almost indistinguishable from James's real wife, Mary. While Pyramihead tries to help James in his own unique way, forcing him to confess and repent, Maria does everything to prevent this.
No, you're not.
Do I look like your girlfriend?
No, my late wife.
It turns out that the real monster is her, not Pyramihead. It's important to understand that Silent Hill is a vast series of games, movies, and comics with no clear concept of what is canonical and what isn't. This can lead to misunderstandings regarding the events, characters, and monsters of Silent Hill, and Pyramihead is one such character facing this issue. He doesn't have a clearly defined backstory. So much of what I'll say in this video is based on player theories and sparse notes from the game's developers. Whether you believe it or not is up to you, as no one knows the absolute truth. Still, in my opinion, the view of designer Masahiro Ito, who created Pyramihead, is crucial. He believes this creature is an inseparable part of James Sunderland. He's his guardian angel. Pyramihead was created solely for James. However, this villain became so popular that he appeared in all subsequent installments of the series, comics, and movies, separate from James himself. In the movie, his appearance was redesigned, I must say, excellently. If in the game he was about the same height as James, in the film he became significantly taller. His muscles grew massive, the white apron was replaced with pieces of skin, the pyramid-shaped helmet was slightly altered, and the knife looked much more menacing. In the game, his helmet was a crimson red color, but this feature wasn't present in the film, and of course in the remake we received an updated version of Pyramihead, which looks quite impressive. He is still slow, terrifying, and his design still gives you chills. What do you think about this legendary character, folks? Share your thoughts in the comments. This has been Puzzle, and I'll see you in the next video.